All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the Beast of the East. Let me know if you guys like that. We already did the best of the West, but now we're going to do the East side. So let's get right into the video. So if you guys didn't watch the other one, we're going to do top 3 players in each position for the Eastern Conference, and we're also going to do an honorable mention. For the first position, we have point guards. We're going to start off with names I put down, and then I'll let you know the honorable mention. Oh, my bad, y'all, my light fell. For the point guard pool, we have Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Tyrese Maxey, LaMelo Ball, Derek White, and Trae Young. Now for our honorable mention, we're going to go with, can you guess? Tyrese Maxey. I believe he's better than Darius Garland right now, if he can stay in the game. Now, he's probably not the best passer compared to Darius Garland. It was between him and Darius Garland for runner-up for top 3. You guys are asking maybe where's LaMelo Ball at? His team's not going to be good, and for that reason, I can't put him there. And also, I don't know if he's going to be hurt with his ankles. But yeah, it was between Darius Garland and Tyrese Maxey, and I gave Maxey the nod just because he is a better scorer, and he also plays better defense than Garland. And yeah, I just think he deserves the nod this year. Now for the top 3 in the third position, we're going to go with Trae Young. The Atlanta Hawks are good now, guys. They have a starting lineup of Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Kristaps, and Onyeka Okongwu. So I think Trae Young would do really good with that squad. He has a bunch of lob threats with Porzingis and Okongwu. And then even off the bench, I think they have some players as well. So yeah, shout out to Trae Young for making it top 3. Don't sleep on him. A lot of people sleep on him, man. Stop sleeping on Trae. Second spot, we have Cade Cunningham. Now, the Detroit Pistons, they didn't really add a lot. They kind of lost some pieces, but I still think they're going to be a playoff team. And for that reason, I think Cade Cunningham's going to do really good. He's going to be an All-NBA player, in my opinion. And yeah, Cade Cunningham, second spot. First, it's a little obvious to me. It might be obvious to you guys as well. New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson. He's the most clutch player in the league and the biggest body point guard that is only like 6 feet, if that. 6 foot, if that. And he gets to the paint no matter what. If the Knicks didn't have Brunson, they'd be trash. So yeah, Brunson's number 1. He could honestly be in MVP talks. So yeah, respect to Brunson. Next position, we have the shooting guards of the East. Here's the player pool for this position. We have CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Mikal Bridges, Desmond Bane, Cam Thomas, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Simons. If you guys are wondering why I put some players in certain positions, I'm just going off the NBA depth chart projection for next season. And for my honorable mention for the shooting guard spot, we have Norman Powell. Norman Powell was almost an all-star last year. Some people say he might have gotten robbed. It is what it is. I think he's going to be a top 4 point guard in the East. And there also are injuries, guys. Remember, there's injuries this year. So some people are not going to be included in this list. Just remember that. But yeah, I think Norman Powell can make the 4th spot for shooting guard. Honorable mention. Now let's get to the top 3 where it really matters. The 3rd spot for me is going to be Brandon Ingram. He is considered a shooting guard in the depth chart. And I think the Raptors, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I think about the Raptors. I don't know if they're going to be a top 10 team or a bottom 10. Or I don't know if they're going to be a top 10 play-in or going to be below the top 10. But Brandon Ingram's still good. Don't sleep on him. Slim Reaper. I think that's his nickname. I forget if it's Kevin Durant or his, whatever. Second position or second spot, we have Desmond Bane, who just joined the Orlando Magic. He's going to provide them some great offense, hopefully, because they need it bad. And also some great three-point shooting. I still think the Magic need a little bit more, in my opinion. But I think Bane will secure that second spot for shooting guards. And with the first pick in the shooting guard position, it's pretty obvious again. They were almost the best team in the league. They turned out to be the second best. They kind of, flamed out in the playoffs. But we have Donovan Mitchell, Spider. Shout out to him. He's going to hold it down for the Cavaliers again. And I think they can do great things as long as they stay healthy. If they stay healthy, they probably would have went further in the playoffs. But Donovan Mitchell is my number 1 spot. Now for the small forward position, I wrote down some names like Wiggins, Middleton, Franz Wagner, OG. Well, actually, OG is considered a power forward, so forget that. Kyle Kuzma, Asura Thompson, Josh Hart, RJ Barrett, and Jalen Johnson. Now, for the honorable mention, I gave it to Jalen Johnson. He could be 3rd. To me, it's a flip-flop thing, but I gave him the honorable mention just because The Hawks are kind of loaded. I mean, I wouldn't say loaded, but they're pretty good. And I think Kristaps going to take his touches. And then obviously you have Trae Young, so he might not score as much. And then Dyson Daniels is becoming a scorer as well. So I'm going to give him the fourth spot. Now with the third spot, we have RJ Barrett. I don't know if he's going to stay on the Raptors. They have they have so many players that kind of repeat each other in there. But yeah, we're going to give him the third spot. Now with the second spot in the small forward ranking for the Eastern Conference, we have Franz Wagner. He averaged, what was it? He averaged 24 points, but he also only played 60 games. I think he can repeat this again, but he needs to be a better shooter from the 3-point line. He needs to be for his team to be better. So I'm going to give him the second spot because first is going to be JB, Jaylen Brown from the Celtics. Yes, we gave him the small forward position because people are going to be out with injuries and we're going to be moving people around in the starting lineup. It's going to be Derek White, Simons, Jaylen Brown, Niang, and Keita, possibly. It's it's not a great lineup, but I think Jaylen Brown will have a pretty good year just because Tatum's going to be gone. So, yeah. Now the hardest, most loaded position in the Eastern Conference. I don't know if it was hard. Okay, it was kind of hard towards the end, but it is definitely the most loaded spot in the conference. We're going to go with the list of Paul George, Paolo Banchero, OG, Giannis, Bam Adebayo, Pascal Siakam, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, MPJ, and Porzingis. It's a lot of players that are good. Now, with the honorable mention, we're going to give it to the guy who was just in the NBA Finals and Pascal Siakam. I know Tyrese Halliburton's going to be out for the whole year. And this was the one where maybe I could flip-flop, but the guy above him just has better defense, in my opinion, and is younger and could blossom into a better player. So for now, we're going to give Siakam the fourth spot. There's other players I was thinking about giving it to, Scotty Barnes, but I think Siakam might have a really good year just because he is going to be the star player of the Pacers for now. Now with the third spot, if you didn't get it already, it's going to be Evan Mobley on the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's going to have to take more responsibility. He's going to have to score more. He's shooting better than he has ever before, and that's good for him. And yeah, his defense is peak. So Evan Mobley with the third spot, and he's a big reason why the Cleveland Cavaliers were so good. Second spot, we have Paolo Banchero. Orlando Magic needs him. They need him bad. He is their main scorer, and he's one of the few people that can get open. Orlando, you guys got to get good at offense. Banchero, even though he scores really good, it may not be in the most efficient ways, but yeah, Banchero, number 2 spot. Now, with the number 1 spot, we have the man on the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's going to be playing with his new teammate, Miles Turner, and some other guys joining the squad. The Bucks need him desperately. Dame is out of there. He was going to be hurt regardless, even if he was still on the team. And yeah, Giannis needs to be Superman like always, be top 3 in MVP race, and maybe number 1. So for that reason, I have Giannis as number 1 because he is one of the best in the league in general. Probably top 2, maybe top 3. Now for the last spot in the Eastern Conference, we have the centers. The player pool for this is going to be Karl Anthony Towns, Miles Turner, Jalen Duren, Jared Allen, Vucevic, Claxton, Pirtle, and Embiid. This was an interesting one, but I decided with the honorable mention, we're going to give it to Jalen Duren just because he is young. He is going to get better at scoring. He is going to get better at rebounding, which he's already good at. I mean, I guess Detroit just has really good rebounders on their team. So they went from Drummond to, possibly Duren could be, I don't know if it's going to be generational, but Duren's a pretty good rebounder, and he's good at defense. He's still really, really young, and people don't know that. So I'm going to give him the honorable mention. It was between him and Allen. Vucevic was averaging 19 points, basically, but I don't know how real that is, and I don't know if he can repeat that again. I don't even know if he's going to be on the Bulls next year, but also the Bulls don't do anything, so he might sign the Bulls for the rest of his life. Unless he goes back to Orlando. Never know. Now with the third spot, we have Miles Turner, just because I do think he is a little bit better of a scorer than Duren. Now he's not as good as a rebounder as him, but he also does have really good defense, and he's probably going to be touching the ball either the second most or third most on the Bucks. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I think Turner can be the third best center in the conference. Number 2, we have Mr. Cat, Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm expecting more from him. The Knicks I feel like they didn't implement him enough in the offense as they should have. But with the new coaching and Mike Brown, he should be implemented more. And for that reason, he's my number 2. He could be number 1 if Embiid was out again, but I spoiled it. Embiid is my number 1. He's projected to be there when the season starts, and hopefully he is, because we missed the big man. At least I do. People are going to say, what about the free throws? I don't care. Either way, he's basically unstoppable. And yeah, he's an MVP player when he plays. So hopefully he can play. He's been in the media a lot talking about just teammates and how the team's been doing. So hopefully he's doing all right. Hopefully he'll be healthy. And yeah, shout out to Joel Embiid. Those are my top players in each position. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. We are on the road to 500 before the end of September.